This is a 2019 Softail Street Bob. The Street Bob's been in the Harley lineup for over a decade. Of course, it was always a Dyna before. Last year, it crossed over to the Softail family. It's 91 inches from tip to tip. Has a 1746cc Milwaukee 8 engine. That's 107 cubic inches. And it weighs 653 pounds. Okay, now I want to point out later and get a little bit more involved in the significance of that weight and motor size. But first of all, let me point out some of the features. 91 inches from tip to tip. Has a 6-speed cruise drive transmission. 25.8 inch seat height. Staggered dual exhaust. Has a coil shock which sits underneath that seat, which is easily adjustable. Has a 3-gallon fuel tank, but out on the highway this thing will average around 46-47 miles per gallon. Has a walk-away security system with a keyless ignition. Some of the features in here of this ignition or readout are, it's got 2 trip meters. It's got a range indicator, tells you how far you can go on the amount of fuel in the tank. It's got a clock, and it's got an RPM indicator. In other words, it's got a built-in tachometer. All that sets between these mini apes. Got an LED headlight, 4-piston caliber brakes. Look at the size of that rotor. This bike is what you call 2 fists in the wind riding experience, stripped down to the bare necessities. It's blacked out surface. It's got spoked wheels. It's got everything you want, but nothing you don't need. Now, let me go back to that motor size and the weight. 653 pounds with 107 cubic inch motor. The Street Glide and Road Glide standard weigh about 850 pounds, and they got the same motor. I think you can see where I'm going with that. When you're out here on these 2-lane highways and you're stuck behind a combine or slow-moving traffic and you need to get around quick, this thing will kick in. It's there. It's got all that reserve power. Corners like it's on a rail. Yep, it's the Street Bob. Come on in, check it out, take it for a test ride. 2019 Softail Street Bob, Billiard Blue. Come see it at Salem Harley-Davidson, right here in Salem, Oregon.